I've got an exciting combinatorics video for you on my channel. We want to figure out how many ways there are of writing a positive integer n as the sum of k positive integers, where the order of summation matters. Okay, so as an example, I'm just going to show you what I mean by this. So how many ways, let's just do a really small example. Let's take 4, okay? How many ways are there of writing 4 to the sum of two positive integers where the order of summation matters? So you've got 4 is equal to 1 plus 3, you've got 4 is equal to 2 plus 2, and you've got 4 is equal to 3 plus 1. So there are going to be 3 ways of writing it as a sum of two positive integers. So this is with n equals 4 and k equals 2. And 1 plus 3 and 3 plus 1 I consider different ways of writing 4, okay, because the order of summation matters. So that's 3, okay, for n equals 4 and k equals 2. Now when the order of summation doesn't matter, it's actually impossible really to give a closed formula. It's not known to give a closed formula for this number. So the order of summation mattering is very important. In this case, for example, that 1 plus 3 and 3 plus 1 are the same. And it's a very beautiful construction in combinatorics that you need to know, okay? You're just going to love this trick. Share it with friends and family. Recommend my video to them, if you're going to love this trick. And don't forget to smash that like button right now if you're really pumped up, okay? So let's just look at a case where n is 10 and k is 4. Okay, I'm just going to show you. And this is a famous construction called the stars and bars construction. Okay, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there are 10 stars. Okay, they are basically like 10. Okay, 10 is the number of stars. And when I say stars and bars, okay, so I'm looking at n equals 10. So I'm going to write, I'm trying to find out how many ways there are of writing 10 as a sum of 4 positive integers where the order matters. Now, how do I specify such a summation? Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to explain it with this bars construction. So I'm going to place bars strategically. Okay, I'm going to place 3 bars. 1 bar here, just hypothetically, it could be placed anywhere. 1 bar here, and 1 bar here. Okay, so what I've done is I placed 3 bars, and by doing so, I've basically given you a way of writing 10 as the sum of 4 positive integers. How have I done that? Well, simply by looking at what the number of stars are between successive bars. So before the first bar, there are 3 stars. Between the first and second bars, there's 2 stars. Then between the second and third bars, there's going to be 4 stars. And then on the last one, there's 1 star. So I've got 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. That's a way of writing 10 as a sum of 4 positive integers. And the order matters because we're starting off, we're explaining how we're starting off with the numbers, okay, one by one in sequence. This is a way, and it should be clear to you, okay? I'm just going to show this to you now, is that if you had a general number of stars, right? So let's say this is n and this is k, right? If you want to give a way of writing n as a sum of k positive integers, what do you do where the order matters? What you do is you'd write, whatever number of, like I'm just giving you an example, whatever number of stars, okay, n stars, and I'm going to place k minus 1 bars in between the spaces, right? It doesn't matter where. K minus 1 bars in between the spaces. So this is the case again where I'm writing n as a sum of 4 positive integers. And the important thing is that the bars have what options? The bars have to be in between successive stars. 0 is not allowed, okay? So the first bar has to be after the first star at least. So it could be after the first star all the way up to after the n minus first star. Okay, it can't be after the nth star because then you'd have 0 somewhere. Okay, it has to be as a summand. So you'd have to have up to the n minus first, after the n minus first star. So you're going to have k minus 1 bars to get a sum of k positive integers. Okay, like here you have 3 bars and you have 4 positive integers in the sum, and you have n minus 1 possible places for those bars to be placed. So the answer in combinatorics is n minus 1 choose k minus 1. N minus 1 possible spaces and k minus 1 bars, and this is the number of ways there are of writing n as a sum of k positive integers where the order matters. And you can check, when n is 4 and k is 2, as an example, you get 3 choose 1, which is just 3, which is what we found here, that there were 3 possibilities. And if you have, the order of summation does not matter, this is a partition function. As I said, there's no closed formula. They're asymptotics, they're recurrence relations, but you can check it up. For small values of k, there are some weird looking formulas, but for k large in general, it's very hard to do as a closed formula. So that's a fun combinatorics video, and hope you enjoyed that trick, very famous construction. I've got 2 fun videos for you. The first video is another sort of combinatorics probability video. If you pick 2 numbers, 2 positive integers at random, what is the probability they don't have any common factors? They're relatively prime. So they don't have any factors other than 1. Okay, what is the probability? It's actually 6 over pi squared. How cool is that? Check out the video here where it's explained intuitively and accessibly for everyone. And another fun video you're going to love, it's actually an introduction to group theory, which is abstract algebra. It's a very advanced subject, but I'm going to show you cyclic groups in a very accessible way using the clock. You're going to love it. You know, it's going to give you an introduction to those abstract ideas in mathematics, and you can go on with that in my channel.